Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you. My name is Josh Radnor. I am an actor, I'm a director, a writer, and a musician, but I am perhaps most well known for being an enormous fan of Cloud Cult. And this is, honestly, that's how I want to be known, because no band has meant more to me, has delighted me more, has inspired me more. So it is a thrill to be here in the Holy Land of Minnesota with all of you Cloud Cult fans. And without further ado, please welcome the Minnesota Orchestra, led by Sarah Hicks, the principal conductor of Live at Orchestra Hall, and my favorite band and yours, Cloud Cult.
Know that I love you more than I can show. Most of my feelings I push down below. Call up your savior and tell him I'm cold, 'cause this world is a strange place to live. Know that I love you more than I can say. These arms wanna hold you, but I push you away. Ask how I'm doing and I'll say I'm okay, but the truth is I'm caving in, 'cause this world's a strange place to live. Know that I love you more than you can see. I get a bit overwhelmed with the noise around me. I was told there was hope here if I came with a dream, but this world is a strange place to live. Know that I love you more than I act, but the weight of this world, well, it's breaking my back, and I'll fight to my death if it'll prove to you that you guys will maybe still win. No, don't you ever give in. Oh, this world's a strange place to live. Know that I love you more than you can know. I may have to leave here, but I won't let you go. When you reach the end, you cannot complain to the manager. No returns, no exchanges. Life is not refundable. Your body is just packaging.
sent back for recycling. There never was a warranty. Make the best of it until it's time to go. Make the best of it until it's time to go. When you reach the end, you'll have to turn in all your memories, all the good ones and the ugly ones. Replay through all eternity, and we'll gather around in circles, telling stories of who we thought we were. Are you proud? Are you embarrassed? Take one last look and then it's time to go. One last look and then it's time to go. It's time to go. Life is simple carpentry. You're given all the tools you need to build your own reality. Did you spend your time making heaven, or did you make your own hell? Be honest with yourself, because what you build is where you get to go. What you build is where you get to go. What you build is where you get to go. What you build is where you get to go. It's true, life goes on without you, and the last two thoughts inside of you are I'm sorry and I love you. And as you fade into a memory, they'll measure up your heart to see how much love you kept buried and how much love you were brave enough to show. How much love were you brave enough to show? How much love were you brave enough to show? How much love are you brave enough to show? It's a perfect day to remind myself to feel I'm always busy pushing rocks uphill with a pillowcase over my head. Couldn't see that this might be the best time of try to cover up my mental health, but the truth is I'm not well. Round and round, here I go again. Couldn't see that this might be the best time of my life. Never meant to take you for granted. Habit is the enemy of presence. But the days, they all just started getting blurry on me. It's a perfect day to get out of my head, finally be okay with where I am. All I wanna be is a better man who can see that this might be the best time of my life. But I got a mind that's putting me through hell. I'm a wooden pony on a carousel, round and round, here I go again. Never meant to take you for granted. Habit is the enemy of presence. But the days, they all just started getting blurry on me. It's a perfect day to finally break the spell. Get me off this carousel. I need help to be a better man. I need to beat it 'cause this might be the best time of my life. I need to see it like this might be the best time of my life. Thank you. We are Cloud Cult, and this is the Minnesota Orchestra. The pandemic had us postponing the show for 2 years, and during that time, we have stored up so much energy that we're gonna go bananas tonight. We're broadcasting live on the radio, TV, and the internet, and we have a whole bunch of music that we want to share with you, so I'm not going to talk that much, but I still want you guys to clap and sing and do everything that you want to do. First time that I held you, I couldn't catch my breath, 'cause I knew someday I'd have to let you go. I'm supposed to raise you to have strength to leave the nest, but the day that you leave this home, my heart will leave my chest. For now I am thankful every time you need to rest. Back into my arms again. Hold you like you're still my baby doll. My darling, I'll protect you from it all. You've been learning how to walk away since we taught you how to crawl. Someday I'll be holding hands with the shadows in these walls. Just know I'll always be here every time that you fall back into my arms again. Last time that I held you, I couldn't catch my breath. I knew that it was time to let you go. I gave you your roots and so I had to give you wings. But watching you fly away is a heartbreaking thing. This old house is way too quiet. I miss hearing you sing. Come back into my arms again. Who is good with goodbyes, so I'll save you a seat at the table again tonight. I made your favorite recipe, but it just wasn't the same. And if I could, you know I would do it all again. I choose to believe that good things never end. Come back into my arms again. Back into my arms again. Thank you. I had a dream that we were happily lost. We left the path and just wandered off. We said in our imagination, everywhere is home. We used to leave breadcrumbs to mark the path, but where this is going, there ain't no map. Hey, what's the destination? Heck if I know. What's the destination? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? There's only one way out of a hole. Giddy up, let's go. Ancestor spoke and said you're losing reception. You think too dang much to have any connection. In our hearts we are the ocean, we are islands in a
find my way till I know who I am. Well, I'm a buffalo trapped in human skin, exploding a million directions. We're trying to hold it all inside. What's the destination? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? There's only one way out of a hole.
3, 2, 1, go.
Are we on our own? No, we're in this together. Are we all alone? No, we're parts of each other. So screw the diagnosis. You're gonna be alright, friend. You deserve better. You don't need that crap. Find your whole life out now. Burn that map. Say what's the destination? Act like no. What's the destination? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? There's only one way out of a hole.
Thank you. Thank you. These all the songs that we're doing tonight are about striving for positive change on a personal level and on a global level, because this planet really needs that right now. But you can't change the world until you change yourself. So this song is all about the potential change that could happen if you were able to step outside of your skin and watch yourself as you go through an ordinary day. It's called The Firefly and the Snake.
In the middle of the night, I woke up outside the kitchen window, staring in at a replay of my days. Something tells me I can't come back again. From there I watched my life. I looked back on myself but didn't recognize him. Ashamed to believe I could ever be that way. Then I saw you light a candle in my name. In the morning I awoke and came to life again. One more chance to finally make a change. You
Some lights were never meant to be turned out. Snake sheds its old skin. It looks back on itself but doesn't recognize it. Ashamed to believe it could ever be that way. So it attacks it out of fear and disdain. You and I built a fire from the parts of us we never want to see again, and we watched it burn all night despite the rain. In the morning, most of our dragons still were not slain. So we reached out our hands and made them friends. One more chance to finally make a change. Thank you. This is a song for my dad. It's two songs for my dad. This one's called Victor, and the next one's called Ascension. Come on, Dad, let's go down to the river. Can't you hear them singing your name? You've been laying in this bed for months now, and it's hard to see you in pain. Or your love you could not explain, and the words you chose not to say. I can feel you slipping away. There's an old farm road that'll bring your ghost to heaven, but I know you're a little afraid. Wish I could still be that kid in the back of your Buick, making sure you get there okay. And Dad, we may differ in how we pray. Wherever you go, save me a place. I can feel you slipping away. There's a cold, dark desk down in the corner of the basement where you worked your days away. I can never claim to know your story, but I love you just the same. Oh, your love you could not explain. The words you chose not to say, and the family you fought hard to raise, and the friends who celebrate your name, and the sickness that strangled your brain, and the secrets you took to your grave, and the feelings you kept in a cage, and the sorrow that came out as rage. I can feel you slipping away. I can feel you slipping away. I can feel you slipping away. Come on, Dad, let's go down to the river. Can't you hear them singing your name? could feel like you've never felt before. In your mind you set fire to all the billboards till the cars disappear, and it's just you on a horse. And something inside you says you're finally ready. Baby, the panic in your chest is the call of the wild. It's the song from oblivion. It's the end of denial. Now you're calling your doctor, 'cause you're crying like a child. And something inside you says you're finally ready. The moment you realize you're made out of earth is the moment you feel your heart start to give birth. Now you're saying I love you, and where does it hurt? And something inside you says you're finally ready. It's the pissed off rantings when you shouldn't have said a word. All your broken pieces are a buffalo herd. The moment you surrender, you turn into birds. And something inside you says you're finally ready. You gotta set down the baggage you picked up as a kid. You know you're only good as the sins you forgive. Gotta give yourself grace for the way that you lived. And something inside you says you're finally ready. You hear the call of the wild, you hear the song from oblivion. You can just make out the words as the spirits are singing them. Children, we love you, now go make this right again. It's the smell of the campfire, the beat of the drummer. You look in the mirror and see your great-grandmother. All the ancestors under the streets lift up their song, singing you're finally ready. Thank you. We have just one song left before the intermission. And this song is one of the hardest songs we've ever written. It's about trying to find meaning and higher purpose in life when we are witnessing so much injustice in the world. It's called Bigger Than Me. I know. Hold my hand and don't let go. You'll find me in the woods trying to dig up a little hope. I don't need a temple, cause this is all one Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost. Knowing I know nothing means I just know here and now. So turn off my brain, cause it's too freaking loud. Let's do the hokey pokey, if that's what it's all about. I can't think it with my mind, and I can't speak it with my mouth. It's something bigger than me. Something bigger than me. Knowing I know nothing means I cannot explain why some get it easy and others just get pain. And it makes me want to curse as much as it makes me want to pray. But for some goddamn reason I get to wake up another day, and that's something bigger than me. Something bigger than me. On our knees, we had a million gods because we worshipped every leaf. Now you say there's nothing out there that you can believe, but everywhere I look I see it staring back at me. It's something bigger than me. Something bigger than me. When I have my doubts about the meaning of this life, I see it in my children and I see it in my wife. I don't need the answers, I just need a friend, 'cause the only thing worth knowing is love in the end. That's something bigger than me. That's something bigger than me. Thank you. We'll be back after the intermission.
Oh, here we go. That was Cloud Cult with Minnesota Orchestra led by Sarah Hicks. I had read that Craig, oh, listen to that. I've read that Craig has said the original idea for Cloud Cult was he wanted to create something where people could feel alive for just a moment. And that is certainly how I feel when I listen to Cloud Cult and watch Cloud Cult. I discovered the band around the time of the release of their, I think 2008 or 2007 release, The Meaning of Eight, which is still one of my favorite records. I just couldn't believe that one band was saying so much, that it was about grief and loss and meaning and transcendence and birth and death. I just, it was like, I kept thinking, why can't all art be like this, you know? And whenever I think about the stuff I'm making, I always think about Craig and Cloud Cult and think, let's dig a little deeper, you know. Let's go as far as we can go with this stuff. So I was asked by a journalist, I think, from Entertainment Weekly, what are you listening to lately? This is years ago, and I went on and on about Cloud Cult, and they ended up printing it in the magazine, and I got their manager reached out to me and said, do you want to meet the band when they come through town? And I said, absolutely. And we've been friends ever since. So gushing about Cloud Cult publicly was one of the best things I've ever done. I'm so happy to know them. I'm so honored to have been invited tonight to be with you all and to help bring this evening out. Oh, our friends are here. Yes? We have 3 friends. No? Yes, come on. Our friend, we have 3 friends.
Josh?
I am sure. I'm sure. We have 3 friends joining us who this evening would not be working without any of you. Natsuki, why don't we begin with you? It looks like you're carrying, I believe that's a violin.
It's a violin.
It's a violin.
Yep.
Tell us what you were out there with Cloud Cult. Tell us your history with Cloud Cult and the orchestra and what it was like out there.
Yeah, so I've been in the orchestra 5 years. My first year here, I got to play with them as a second violin, playing the harmony. And this year, I'm in the first violin section, so I got to play the melody with them, and it's been awesome. The crowd's energy, especially this audience,
Yeah.
it's special. It's really special.
Well, you guys were supposed to do this 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, our music says 2020.
Yeah. And were you rehearsing already for this 2 years ago?
Not yet. We were about to.
Oh, you were about to.
Literally about to.
Okay.
And then we shut
Right.
down. So
there's no orchestra playing Cloud Cult songs without orchestrations, which brings us to Andy.
Yes.
Tell us what you do and what you've done and how you pulled this off.
Yep, so I am the orchestrator for these shows. I'm the person who figures out what notes the orchestra should play, how they should play them, put them down on paper, and then I hand them to the amazing musicians who bring them to life and just knock my socks off every time. And this concert was interesting because previously I'd worked with Craig on adapting some of his old music for an orchestra. And, you know, and he writes in a very orchestral style. And so that was one thing. But this project, Metamorphosis, he was writing the whole album with the idea of premiering it live with an orchestra on stage, which is something I'd never done before and rarely happens.
Yeah. So you worked with Craig pretty closely on this project.
So he was sending me, you know, I've heard several versions of many of these songs from early demos, you know, keys changed, tempos changed, lyrics changed. And so, yeah, I was really there from the ground floor. And he trusted me enough to kind of put some of my own, you know, orchestration voice into the songs.
Well, it sounds phenomenal.
Thank you.
Grant, tell us a little more about how this evening got pulled off.
And of course, Craig writes so orchestrally. And
Yes,
one of the fun
yes.
things that Sarah Hicks and I get to do is listen to music and imagine what would this sound like with a full orchestra.
Right.
We got the album Light Chasers a few years ago, and it just kind of jumps out at your ears that this with the Minnesota Orchestra would be magical. So we got in a room with Craig, we got to sit down with Andy and imagine what could this be like with this great group of musicians. And they're so nimble. I mean, Natsuki can tell you, 2 nights ago they were playing Strauss. Last week they're recording Mahler. Tonight they're just out here with Craig, just blowing the roof off. And it's so much fun. It's magical what an orchestra can do.
Yeah, and what a space too. It's fantastic.
This hall, did you see the lights on the wall out there? It's gorgeous. The lights and the projections.
Yeah, unbelievable. Well, thank you all. Natsuki, you have to get out there at some point and play a little more music, right?
it's so much more fun.
Yeah,
It's like
okay.
a
Yes,
for sure.
excellent. So thank you all.
Thank
3
you very
friends.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Josh.
See you in a bit. Okay. Connie and Craig Minowa live in Viroqua, Wisconsin, on a beautiful stretch of land. Craig is going to tell us a little about that land and how it influenced the writing of the latest record, Metamorphosis, which you just heard some songs from, and also about his 20-year journey with Cloud Cult. Let's take a look.
This is Earthology Park. We are in the driftless region of Wisconsin, so there's not as much water in these parts as there is in Minnesota. So when we moved here, this was part of our land. It's so rare around here to have waterfront property that we would come and sit by the water and just feel like it wasn't fair for just us to have it. So we opened it up as a public park. And then the water itself has all sorts of lessons. My favorite thing to do ceremonially whenever I get by the water is I like to look at the surface of it and look at the reflections of the water, and then take the time to shift focus and look down into the depths of the water. And that's such a big part of the songwriting process, is shifting from that superficial layer, the chatter up here, and getting past that and getting down into the depths of what we really are. That's where all the good stuff comes from. That's where the healing comes from. It's where a lot of the pain comes from. But it's also where a lot of the lyrics come from. With this album, more so than any before, I've felt when I come out to places like this, I feel like there's a resonance of the people who have lived here for thousands of years before us. So this would all have been Anishinaabe land. I come for guidance here. The whole Metamorphosis aspect of the album started off as sort of a wake-up call for bigger global crises like climate change. That in order to make global change, we have to have the individual microcosmic change, because we've all got to get our roots down and get ready for this big transition that's in front of us. There's a lot of change coming, and we have to change to be ready for it. This is an old bench seat from the band van, and it works out perfect for, I like to sit on my legs, and it works out perfect for playing acoustic guitar. And being up here, I've got all these different little cameras around and lights back here, so during the pandemic I could have a full-on performance right here. If I did the cameras just right, it would feel like it was a little bit bigger space, but it feels right for me because everything's really close by. I can sit here and I have access to everything, my guitars, the drum set. I'm even thinking about moving my grandma's piano in over here and putting it over here. I mean, it'll be cramped, but I don't know, this is my happy place. But I have an extra big screen here, and I usually have a second monitor here because I do a lot of film scoring. The very earliest albums had a strong philosophy that that you can create art with a really simple setup and not a lot of money. So some of the first albums were recorded with just one simple little microphone, a $60 microphone, and one guitar. All the first albums were one guitar. I've gotten a little bit more spoiled with a little bit more stuff, but for a 12-album discography, and I've got about 15 films that I've scored, and it's all in this small little place. And, I don't know, you don't need to have a lot to create. This feels to me like one of the safest places that I can go. I can be having the hardest time in my day, and I come out here and I close the door, I will often spend a lot of time just sitting right here with a guitar. And this spot right here just feels safe. Sitting in this spot right here usually helps me determine whether a song is actually going to make it on the album, because if I can come out here when I'm feeling really blue or challenged, and if I can come back to a song again and again, day after day, and sing it sitting right here to myself and feel moved enough by it that I feel like something in me has changed for the better. If a song feels medicinally powerful enough to change me every day, that maybe it will offer somebody else a little medicine too. That's the whole point of why I even want to keep doing this. But even if there wasn't a band or Cloud Cult, I would probably still come and sit in a spot like this and play songs and write them like this, because I need it to heal. And I cry a lot sitting right here in good ways, because I feel like this is where I change for the better. And then hopefully get up, put my jacket on, walk out of here, and go back to my everyday life and be just a little bit better day after day after day. Our first album came out in 2000. There's been a lot of transformation during that time. Initially, it was a solo studio project. We started to get radio play for the first time in different markets around the country, and that's where it became clear that it needed to be a band and come out of the studio. And it was also at a point in our journey where Connie and I had lost our son, and so even though I had all this performance anxiety, nothing could hold a candle to the amount of pain that grief was. And so going on stage suddenly felt like it didn't matter what happened, because nothing could hurt me any worse than I was already hurt. And I think that those are the years that gave me personally the sea legs to be able to continue to go out there and face my personal anxieties and perform. But I think that that's a part of what we as a group hope to do too. We're all looking for some kind of bigger truth, something that's bigger than us, something that calls and gives us purpose. And that's why the last album was called The Seeker.
Sometimes this life's a lonely road. You gotta find it on your own. So build a happy ship. This living is a trip. You gotta sing the kind of song that you like singing. To the great unknown. To the great unknown.
The more people that we meet, the more insights we get that change our lives too. I like the feeling of sitting down in a space and remembering that we're all made out of light, and everything around us is made out of light, and light does not experience time. This spot right here literally became almost like a radio tower, a spot where you could come and try and hear transmissions. I've always been attracted to the idea of asking my deceased loved ones if they had something to say. And with this album, it was a lot of asking the ancestors that lived here before, that cared for this particular parcel, and maybe it's because we've lived here for a while now, so I have a vested interest and a lot of this land is in my cells and skin, and I am a walking piece of this land because of our gardens and the water we drink. And so there was a lot of asking the ancestors, sitting in this place, imagining a radio tower, imagining that the time concept is gone, and trying to just still things and listen and wait. I could spend an exhausting amount of energy trying to find some fancy wrapped box that has the answer to the universe in it. Or I can say, I don't know, and I'm okay with that, but I'm gonna do the best that I can with this moment that I have, and hopefully continue to spread that contagion of love and goodness so that it keeps going long after I'm no longer here.
A couple of years ago, I was in the mountains of Peru, and I had just enough cell service to get an email from Craig Minowa asking me if I wanted to produce and star in a movie with Cloud Cult. And before I even got to the end of the email, I think I had responded yes. A few months later, I was in Wisconsin and Minnesota for a couple weeks shooting a film called The Seeker, which is beautifully directed by Jeff Johnson and scored entirely to the Cloud Cult album, The Seeker. There are no words. There might be one word. And it covers all of Cloud Cult's familiar themes in just the most beautiful way. It's about a girl who loses her father when she's young, and you see her throughout the years processing the grief and reaching a space of forgiveness. And if you love Cloud Cult, you will love The Seeker. You saw a couple scenes from it in the video. There's going to be some projections of it in the second act tonight. So track the movie down if you can. And oh, look, there's 3 more friends who are joining us. Welcome, friends.
Hi.
Hey, Josh.
Connie, Scott, and Sarah. So if anyone's ever been to a Cloud Cult show, they know that it's not just the music. There is live painting, dynamic painting going on while the show is happening. So Connie, tell us how this fusion of music and art happened with Cloud Cult.
Craig and I have been together a long time. We have been, doing music and art together for a long time, and Scott and I actually shared a studio in college, and it just felt kind of natural to bring the painting element to the stage and have another element to kind of reflect the show, reflect the music.
Yeah. When I've seen a couple shows where, like, on a downbeat at the beginning of the show, you guys will like spin canvases and start throwing paint at the canvas, and it's like it's such a dynamic, fun opening to the show.
Yeah.
And it feels like the painting and the music are kind of happening simultaneously. Is that something you guys are consciously doing? That it's all one thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very much like that.
Yeah, I mean, the idea was really is you get to see a visual song being written, and there's a lot of parallels between painting and music. There's rhythm and composition and key, and so at the end of the show, we get to do the take the paintings home
auction them off.
Yeah.
Have someone have a memory of the show.
So it's like the best program ever. You
Yes.
leave with an actual painting that you saw created in front of your own eyes.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Amazing. And Sarah, how are you feeling? You're conducting the orchestra tonight.
Yes, I am.
And they
It
sound
feels-
incredible.
Thank you. It
Yeah.
feels great. It's a, live painting, live music, and really bringing together Cloud Cult and the orchestra is not just about 2 groups of musicians. It's really creating that third art form, which is unique and new, and communicating to the audience. And there's just a great energy back and forth, and it's such a pleasure.
Yeah. What's your relationship like with Cloud Cult? Were you supposed to conduct this 2 years ago?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
And it was such a disappointment to have to, just push it back and push it back. We did make a video together during COVID, which was wonderful. And now to finally be on stage live with a live audience, that is just, that's what we live for as musicians. So it's incredible.
Well, the audience is unbelievable tonight. They really seem engaged. They seem like they have been waiting 2 full years for this evening. And are the paintings being auctioned off tonight?
Yes.
That is going to happen?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how does that work? Do people just...
After the show is done, the last note is struck, the last brushstroke is put onto the canvas. We sign the paintings, and then we bring them up to the merch table, and they're auctioned off to the audience. So someone gets to take one of these songs home with them.
Well, one thing I always love about Cloud Hall is the generosity. It feels like you're giving a gift to the audience, and we're so grateful to be here. Sarah, I think they're tuning. I think they're probably going to need you to...
We all have to go back.
You all have to go.
Yep.
I will wrap this up. Thank you so much for being here.
Josh.
Thank you. Well, the first act was songs from their new album, Metamorphosis. The second act is from their whole catalog. So I'm going to go watch the show. I'm so thrilled to have been here. It's been a real honor and a real treat to be with you all tonight. So please welcome back to the stage the Minnesota Orchestra, led by Sarah Hicks and Cloud Cult.
Strangers, or am I you are your face on What you feel makes part of what they'll feel. It's a chain reaction. Put out fear and they'll feel fear. It's a chain reaction. Put out love and they'll feel love. It's a chain reaction. Put your face on mine. to a strange world. Like a candle, you were meant to share the fire. I don't know where we come from, I don't know where we go. But my arms are made to hold you, so I will never let you go. 'Cause you were born to change this life. You were born to chase the light. 'Cause you were born. Love your mother, yeah, she's a good one. She'll build you armor, keep you warm as a hen. The stars may fall, the rains may pour, but I will love you evermore. 'Cause you were born to make this right. 'Cause you were born to chase the light. 'Cause you were born. Oh, my precious, oh, my love, when they come to take me, I will hold you from above. I don't know why we're here, and I don't know how, but I'm here with you now. I'm here with you now. 'Cause you were born to make this right. 'Cause you were born to change this life. 'Cause you were born to chase the light. 'Cause you were born. When the angels come, they'll cut you down the middle to see if you're still there, to see if you're still there. And underneath your ribs, they'll find a heart-shaped locket, an old photograph of you in Daddy's arms, and then they'll sew you closed and give you back to the water from where we're all born, from where we're all born. And you'll feed the ghosts, and you'll feed the living. You'll be a stranger, and you'll be a friend. You'll be the leper, and you'll be the healer. You'll be the hero and the tragedy. And when they sew you close, give you back to the water from where we're all born, from where we're all born. And when they burn your body, all that's left are sand crystals, 2 tiny handfuls. All the rest is water, water, water. All you need to know is you were born of water. You are made of water. You are living water, water, water. All you need to know is you were born of water. You are made of water. You are living water, water, water. All you need to know. I laid my mind down in the creek and watched it float to nowhere. Now I'm thinking of you everywhere. I gave my bones back to the trees, so when you hear the breeze, you know I'll never leave you. No, your hand I'll never get to hold. the prairie. So in the coldest thunder showers, you can see me in the flowers. I gave my soul back to the breeze. So when you're feeling down, you know I'm all around you. And though your hand I'll never get to hold, just give me one more chance to say I love my baby. So come home. I gave my heart back to the galaxies. So when you look above you, you know I'll always love you. Mama said the stars are the universe's eyes. I can feel them watching over me most of the time. We grew up believing we could learn how to fly. We came from the earth, but we belong to the sky. I saw your soul without the skin attached. You've got the guts of a coyote pack. We kiss, we've been cut, but we do what needs doing. We're just rainbows, dreaming we're human. Please excuse the light shooting out of my head. I keep them in a cage, but they come out when they see a friend. Must be a friend. You're never really gonna have control of it all, so you best get cool with where your chips gonna fall. We are the sun and mother's milk and cuss words and poetry, and there's no use in run unless you run like heck. The best things we learn from the wreck. Jesus coming back as a woman this time, handing out hell till the clinic's line. Someone tell the devil we don't need no help. We're all pretty good at beating up ourselves. As kids, we believe that the angels talk. Everything is magic till you think it's not. It's easy easy to be thankful for the things you've got. It takes guts to give thanks for the things you've lost. We grew up believing good wins over bad, so you gave away your heart, but the wolves attacked. But a bigger heart grew back. Please excuse the words coming out of my mouth. I'm a happy man, but there's some things I need to get out. I need to get out. There's no use in running unless you run like heck. The best things we learn from the wreck. Jesus coming back as a woman this time, handing out thoughts in the clinic vibe. Someone tell the devil we don't need no help. We all pretty good at picking up
Thank you. Thank you. For thousands of years, humans have used music almost like a magic power. We use it to connect to each other, we use it to connect to nature, and we use it to connect to things that are bigger than us. And we're going to do a song that we try to use to connect to those who have gone before us. So while we sing this next song, I ask that you think of a loved one who's gone before you and hold them in your heart. And when we come to the end, there's a line, "Can you hear them come?" And if you all sing along, and people sing along at home, we'll call in the spirits. This is called Dance for the Dead. This is the dance that brings the dead to the living. Just say, I miss you. Every day, you know. This is the dance that brings the dead to the living. They say, I'm with you. Every day, you know. This is the dance that brings the dead to the living. Just say, I miss you. Every day, you know. This is the dance that brings the dead to the living. They say, I'm with you. Every day, you know. Can you hear them come? Can you hear them come? Come.
I miss you every day, you know. Said there's nothing wrong. We put a strong face on and go right through it. Please say it can't be done. 'Cause that's just fuel for me to just prove this. Yeah, you'll see. That's just fuel for me to just do this. Yeah, you'll see. There's so much energy that you can't see. Roll right through it. Please say you can't help me. That's just for me to just prove this. Yeah, you'll see. That's just fuel for me to just do this. Yeah, you'll see. I'm gonna make it through. You'll see. I swear I'll prove you wrong. You haven't seen the last of me. I am way too strong. It's not impossible. You'll see. You'll never get inside my head. 10 billion burning suns that will leave me the strength that will raise the dead. It's the warmth when you're next to me. It's the bright white light of your fevered dream. It's the storm in your eyes. It's in the roots of the tree. The underestimated power of the forces of the unseen. It's the warmth when you're next to me. It's the bright white light of your fevered dream. It's the storm in your eyes. It's in the roots of the tree. The underestimated power of the forces of the unseen. It's the warmth when you're next to me. It's the bright white light of your fevered dream. It's the storm in your eyes. It's in the roots of the tree. The underestimated power of the forces of the unseen. It's the warmth when you're next to me. It's the bright white light of your fevered dream. It's the storm in your eyes. It's in the roots of the tree. The underestimated power of the forces of the unseen. My father, when it's my time to go, I need you to know
I love my father. When it's my time to go, I need you to know of you all I wanted was to be, all I wanted was to be, all I wanted was to be, or was to be, or was to be, all I wanted was to be, all I wanted, all I wanted was to be the only thing you always wanted. Love my mother. I love my father. When it's my time to go, I need you to know I love you when it's my time to go, I need you to know, love you all. The physicist and the mystic say there's no such thing as time. If God is now and everywhere, why is it so hard to find? I wanna be the guy who lives in the moment, not so lost in my mind. So I guess my show starts now. My show starts now. Grandma said it don't matter where we go to or come from. She said, worry about what you're made to do, not what you're made of. They say we're made of chaos, I say we're made of love, and that means our show starts now. Our show starts now.
years it's been since the search began. Still can't find it. Still can't find it. The fuel is nearly spent. Check the maps again. Can't let go of it. Can't let go of it. Now the crew is cold and drunk on chemicals. Can't believe in it. Can't believe in it. I heard the captain say. I heard the captain say. We're so close to it. So very close to it. We still have energy in us. We feel our hearts break as the engines fade. Still need to find it. Still need to find it. So we took the written words of our philosophers and built a fire from it. Let's get those engines lit. We took the church's veil